Welcome to the video. This is a show and share project decorating the miniature cabinet and table from the 2010 Sugar and Spice Kit by Joann Swanson for display. I use a collection of decorating items from the kit, other kits, or handmade pieces and purchases. The two main furniture pieces from the kit are the cabinet on the left and a table on the right. I completed this kit years ago. I was hoping when I saw the Swanson kit that I would be able to pair it with two Hallmark ornaments that I had bought. But the only problem is the Hallmark ornaments are in 1/18 scale or 3/4 scale, and this kit was 1/12. So I wanted to see if I could challenge myself to see if I could make adaptable or modifiable. To make the kits, Joann Swanson Do-It-Yourself Miniatures is on blogspot.com. It's in 3 parts. The project is listed under 2010 for November 21st, December 2nd, and December 10th. On the right-hand side, you select the year, and it's in the blog archive box on the right-hand side of the main page, and then select the month. For a short period of time, you were able to purchase kits that she had available for purchase, which I did. But no worries, all the details, dimensions, and lots more are available to recreate the do-it-yourself project. Or you could use similar furniture pieces that you may already have. To get started decorating the cabinet and the table, I've got all the things that I've collected over the years that I thought would go well. The kit is a gingerbread theme, and the kit has an inspirational setup as Swanson has displayed in her kit material, including a tiny sleigh and reindeer, gingerbread houses, candy canes, piping bags, a holly wreath. I'm using some button embellishments in the shape of gingerbread, different spices and ingredients, utensils, an oven mitt and a cloth, bowls, measuring cups, spoons, pans, racks, clock, timer, canisters, flour sifter, candy sprinkles, books, honey, peanut butter, and food coloring, rolling pin and dough, candy canes, and little peppermint circles. And I have to choose one of my braided rugs for the floor. Before I begin decorating the 1/12 scale cabinet or hutch, I want to show you what I've decided to do for the 1/18 scale conversion. All I do is remove the legs, and the way I attach the legs was using a pin. So I had drilled little holes, and that's just little sewing pins. And I leave the cabinet as is without the legs, and then I take the cabinet 1-inch legs and I move them over to the table, removing those legs. And then I replace the cabinet legs on the table for the 1/18 scale. I store the 1/12 inch legs for the table underneath using a piece of painter tape. That way I can make the switch from 1/12 to 1/18 pretty easy. But I'm going to switch it back to 1/12 here so I can do the decorating. In the meantime, for my future project 1/18 scale, I need to make a sink. I have to show you how cute these little Hallmark ornaments are. They light up. The refrigerator has 3 batteries at the bottom, and the stove plugs into a Christmas light. And it has 2 little flashing lights. It also has a little Glade plug-in slide in the back of the stove that smells like Christmas cookies. These Hallmark ornaments by Nello Williams have a 1950s feel to them. I would love to see what his kitchen sink would be. All right, to decorate the top or the upper shelf of the hutch cabinet, I've laid out the pieces that I'd like to use, and by using the example from the kit. I use a lace paper doily from Paper Orchid for the base of the shelf. I place a watch face in the top center, surrounded by a Santa sleigh, a little gingerbread, cookbooks on either end, and then I have a Merry Christmas decoration that I put on the top. I'm going to add the holly garland kit to the top around the edges of the cabinet hutch, but I think I'll wait until I get the rest of the decorations on before I add that on so I don't keep knocking it off. And to decorate the lower cabinet, I've done the same thing. I've selected most of the pieces I want to add to the bottom, and I forgot to add my miniature button trees to the top shelf, so I'll add that in a minute here. And now I've tried to decide how I'm going to organize it. Again, I look at the inspiration piece from Swanson. I decided to add a thin dowel rod so that I could hang all the utensils on it, and then I could move it to a different scale size, the 1/18 when I needed to. It just fits in there by tension. I don't actually glue it. I work from the back and I add a little juicer and some ingredients in the very back. On the left, I have a bowl of eggs, a little timer, and a flour sifter made by Julie Walter, my little cloth, my bowl of gingerbread dough, and some butter made out of some foam mat, a measuring glass cup I bought, some measuring spoons I bought, some other ingredients like molasses, the nutmeg, the cinnamon and cloves, of course the ginger, the little canisters. I think they were red, but I spray painted them silver and added the names of flour and sugar. You can see the peanut butter in the back there. And then with the kit, this little board comes sliding out that you can put your gingerbread dough on and your rolling pin. For the Swanson Tabletop Decorating Center, I use the inspiration piece and I add the sprinkles, the jars of sprinkles and the icing decorations, the button cookies, the gingerbread houses, the pans, the piping bags, some little peppermint candies, the candy cane bowl, which is a Christmas light that I inverted and then stuck the candy canes in. And of course, the fun thing about miniatures, you can mix and match your ideas and come up with what you want to do. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this project. I have not glued fast anything so that I can change it up for different holidays or different seasons. And of course, if I want to switch it to 1/18 scale, I think that would work too. So I've left my options open as well. I said earlier that the little peppermint cane it's an acrylic light from a Christmas light. Joann uses a real glass bowl, but mine's a little acrylic light that I drilled a little bit larger hole and I stuck some candy canes in it. Then here's the little flour sifter that the miniature artist Julie Walter made. It is so cute and so detailed. So I had to put that in the project along with the gingerbread flour and gingerbread dough. In the blog spot, there are instructions how to make a gingerbread house out of paper, and you can use the design. I cannot for the life of me remember how I made the gingerbread houses that I have. I'm pretty sure I got at a hardware store. They're little caps, maybe in the plumbing department, and it just looked like it would be a cute gingerbread house, and that's what I used. I really don't want to take it apart, but I'm pretty sure they're just like some kind of a cap, a plastic cap that I decorated. The little food coloring set of 4 that I just showed you is made out of bugle beads. I have a prior video where I made them out of a different cocktail stick that you can watch to see how to make those. And my little gingerbread cookies are actually gingerbread shaped buttons or embellishments from the sewing department. Whoops, I just lost my peppermint. My candy canes. And so then I took off the little attachment in the back so I could make a flat button for gingerbread cookies and for the gingerbread houses. The kit had 3 jars of sprinkles that Joann shows you how to make out of little capsules, and they're just cute as all get out with little sand colors. And then I have the little bowls, the little wooden bowls that you fill up with icing or material and then paint it the different colors. Now for my dough bowl, it's the same thing, and then she gives you an idea to use paper and you shape it into the dough. And then the butter is out of foam. Most of the utensils that are hanging on the rod in the background I purchased, except for the 2 little red spatula scrapers that I made. To get the gingerbread color, I'm using a chestnut acrylic paint. I use it on the flour in the bowl and then, or the dough, and then I cut out a little piece of paper or cardstock and I paint that the chestnut color too, and then kind of shape it into a rolled out piece of dough. And I made the oven mitt and the cloth from paper and just shaped it. glued it into shape, kind of pressed it around. I hope you like and share this work in progress video, decorating a cabinet and table with a Joann Swanson kit. Thank you so much for watching.